Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Smackdown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE offering an AEW star a huge deal, the real reason why Gunther has been suspended, is there heat on Karrion Kross, the real reason that Aleister Black is back in WWE, the Backlash main event booked, and much more. As always, we won't recap the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good is number one last time. Randy Orton and John Cena have had one of the most extensive feuds in WWE history. The feud has spanned over 25 years, but we're going to get a match between the GOAT and the Viper one last time. Now, whilst it was a little obvious that this match was going to happen at Backlash when Randy Orton RKO'd Cena on Raw, it still brings a tear to my eye that we're going to see this match for the final time. And no doubt Cena, the person who claims to have ruined wrestling, will go with the cheapest win ever. And the best way could be for Cena to recreate the No Way Out 2008 ending, where Orton got himself DQ'd by slapping the referee and retaining the title. Only this time, Cena does it, and the IWC is going to have a complete meltdown. Number 2, Aleister Black is back. Aleister Black is back. While the WWE Universe has known about his imminent return for weeks, WWE made it special with a terrific entrance and Black showing off the ice-cold demeanor that makes him so intimidating. Although fans may wish Black didn't have to deal with The Miz first, he's long been WWE's welcome mat for returning wrestlers to walk all over before they work a proper program. Number 3, a timeless TLC match. DIY vs. the Motor City Machine Guns vs. WWE Tag Champions The Street Profits was off the charts, and a worthy success to many classic TLC tag matches fans have seen since the Hardys battled Edge and Christian along with the Dudleys. There was plenty of action, the usual array of harrowing high spots, and enough close calls to keep fans guessing who would emerge with the titles. Number 4, a new champ is crowned. Now, as good as Chelsea Green's reign as Women's United States Champion has been, Zelina Vega's win, her first singles title in nearly 7 years of working with WWE, was well deserved, and it gave fans a feel-good moment to make the post-Mania SmackDown all the more special. Number 5, Fraction burst onto the SmackDown stage. Fraction are no longer NXT Tag Champions, but it's unlikely that's the last time they'll hold WWE Tag Team Gold, as their debut against Los Garzas showcased the team's sensational skills. While this is debatable, some fans believe that Fraction are WWE's best tag right now, and now that they're on SmackDown, the sky is the limit. Number 6, a solid post-Mania show. The SmackDown provided the proper finish to the week after WrestleMania, delivering a spectacular show that essentially ignored a hit-and-miss WrestleMania, instead building buzz for what's next, that'd be Backlash and the rest of 2025. Number 7, Jacob Fatu keeps getting more and more popular. Is there any end to Jacob Fatu's popularity? The Samoan werewolf continues to get over at an exponential rate, and the only downside to this is whether WWE can figure a way to capitalize on his popularity while keeping him out of the main event picture. He's not going to stay out of that main event picture for long though. This man is going to be a star, and a great build-up for Drew vs. LA Knight. A Drew McIntyre vs. LA Knight's match ended inconclusively, which makes sense as it looks like Damian Priest will join the quest for the United States Championship. But the pre-match promo was entertaining, with Drew unloading his usual collection of complaints and LA Knight cutting him down to size on the microphone. But that was a good. What about the bad? Is number 1, why wasn't that TLC match on Mania? Last night's tag team TLC match was an epic bout that reinforced the case that SmackDown not only has the WWE's best tag teams, but the blue brand books them very well. This match was a PLE quality bout that belonged on WrestleMania. It's really disappointing that it didn't make the cut, because it could have introduced casual fans to 3 of the WWE's best teams, and it would have been more entertaining than most of Night 1's undercard matches. And I guess the only reason for the match's absence is WWE didn't want it to upstage its Night 1 main event, which it certainly would have. Number 2, Nia Jax is back. And Nia Jax is back. Whether or not you think that's a good thing is debatable, but there should be no debate whether she belongs back in the world title hunt. While it made sense for Jax to try and regain a women's world title from Stratton before, there's no reason for it to continue unless WWE wants to punish the fans. Stratton should be moving on to new opponents, while Jax should be focusing on a program with somebody else. And Jade Cargill is the best? That was entertaining as last night's WWE Women's Championship match between Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill was. The build-up was rubbish. And in case you didn't watch SmackDown, Jade showed up and told the champion that while she beat Charlotte Flair, she didn't beat the best, and that Stratton would have to beat Cargill to prove that she's the very best. Our fans have seen wrestlers walk in and demand a title match, which makes no sense given the many tournaments and matches WWE uses to establish #1 contenders, but as silly as this angle is, Cargill describing herself better than Flair was laughable. Cargill certainly looks like a star, but she doesn't wrestle like one. Perhaps this will lead to a match with Charlotte Flair, but if it doesn't, it's a bad look for Karrion, whose singles career is barely beginning. There was nothing downright ugly, a solid post-Mania Smackdown that featured call-ups, returns, title changes, and plenty of matches to keep fans entertained from start to finish. Hopefully WWE can use last night's show as a blueprint for the rest of the year, as the first 4 months and the build to WrestleMania 41 was a disappointment for many fans. What did you guys think of the blue brand last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now first we looks at the Backlash main event booked. On top of today's news is the announcement that John Cena's first WWE Undisputed Championship title defense will be against longtime nemesis Randy Orton. Cena confirmed this on Smackdown when he turned down Orton's request for an immediate match. As Cena told Orton he'd rather wait until Backlash, noting it takes place in Orton's hometown and he'd rather defeat him there. Now while we don't know how many title defenses Cena has, the self-proclaimed last real world champion is off to a great start as Orton remains one of the WWE's toughest competitors, and this is one of WWE's longest running feuds ever. Next up, WWE offering an AEW star a huge deal. It looks like former AEW Women's Champion Mariah May could be in for a big money deal if a recent report from WrestleVotes pans out. During Sportskeeda's Patreon-based Backstage Pass show, WrestleVotes reported that WWE is ready to make an outstanding offer to Mariah May. The 26-year-old talent was impressive during her time in AEW, and one can only wonder how she'll do in WWE. Her AEW deal is expected to end in 2025, which means that fans will be watching closely to see where she signs. Next up, Cathy Kelley is going to be a manager. Cathy Kelley has been a long-running host and interviewer with WWE since 2016, but it seems that she's saying goodbye to the role, as PW Insiders recently reported that Cathy Kelley has been training in the ring and attending promo classes with the idea that WWE may turn her into an on-screen manager. The Wrestling Observer newsletter also reported that Kelley's going to be transitioning into a managerial role in WWE. This could be crazy, but who could she manage? Next up, Aleister Black returns with Devilish details. Aleister Black's WWE return over-delivered, only for Black's spectacular entrance, which saw him use his popular entrance of rising from underneath the entrance ramp and a live band playing his theme song, but also for the details that surrounded it. Black is still selling the kayfabe eye injury inflicted on him by Buddy Murphy roughly 5 years ago. Second, Black's return mirrored his AEW confrontation with Cody Rhodes, where Rhodes wore a white suit, and in this case, The Miz was dressed in white. This is no coincidence and a sign of how WWE superstars and writers love to provide fan service. Next up, did the Street Profits send a shout out to an old school match? And did the Profits send a shout out to Shawn Michaels and Diesel's In Your House 7 Good Friends Better Enemies pay-per-view no holds barred match? Fans may recall the bout saw Diesel attack retired wrestler Maurice Mad Dog Vachon, ripped Vachon's prosthetic leg off during the bout in a failed attempt to use it on Michaels. Fans watching this week's TLC match saw Montez Ford use a fan's prosthetic leg to clobber DIY's Johnny Gargano, but in this case the fan offered the leg. It's also crazy to think that the Michaels vs. Diesel match occurred on 28 April 1996. Those dates are crazy close. Next up, the real reason why Gunther has been suspended. A former World Champion Gunther has been fined and suspended indefinitely by Raw General Manager Adam Pearce following Gunther's attack on Michael Cole and Pat McAfee during the 21st April Raw. But now BodySlam.net's Corey Hayes is reporting on the real reason for Gunther being gone. Gunther requested some time off, which is why he's been suspended indefinitely. Next up, the real reason Aleister Black is back in WWE. If you wonder why Aleister Black decided to return to WWE, while money likely influenced his decision, fans have heard stories for months, if not years, about Black's discontent in AEW due to inconsistent booking. With Triple H running WWE, Aleister no doubt feels that he has a better chance of being used properly, and interestingly enough, rumor has it that before Black's release, Vince McMahon told Aleister he realized that WWE dropped the ball with him. His real-life wife Zelina Vega is in WWE and on the same brand, which means that they can spend more time together. As for WWE's reasoning, the two biggest reasons are Black's incredible popularity in WWE and AEW, and his versatility as a performer. While he doesn't have the occult elements like The Undertaker or the Wyatt Six, he projects the same sense of uncanniness that Karrion Kross does. Like Kross, Black is cut from a different cloth, which adds something special to the program he works in. They've also booked his first match, as Ringside News reports that Black will face The Miz on the 2nd May episode of Smackdown. While the outcome of the match is easy to predict, it could give fans an idea of what's next for Black after he disposes of WWE's Aleister. And finally, is there heat on Karrion Kross? It's time for some major news concerning Karrion Kross, as it's believed that Kross's WWE deal expires this year, and there's debate whether Kross's recent heated promo is his attempt to get management's attention before he decides whether or not to stay or move on. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select has reported that Kross's contract is believed to expire in 2025. As for his fiery promo on the post-WrestleMania YouTube show, Fightful Select reports, "We're told that Kross doesn't have any heat within WWE, but that the segment did turn heads. The segment wasn't scripted for Kross, but we're told that other interviews on the show weren't as well. One source claimed that the segment required some approval before it made onto the final cut of the show due to the language." Fightful added that numerous wrestlers reached out to Kross, checking to see how he was doing and thanking him for the promo. Kross's promo, where he blasted management for letting a YouTube influencer get a prime WrestleMania match when so many other wrestlers who had worked for years were left off, really described how some of the wrestlers may feel backstage, especially as WWE's roster continues expanding and opportunities to appear on TV dwindle. Now, the promo may be the start of a push for Kross, as WrestleVotes Radio recently commented that management has plans to give him an extended opportunities on TV. Whether this translates into something remains to be seen.